Hello, True Crime Stories family. Welcome. Celebrities are almost always in the spotlight, but in these cases of unsolved celebrity deaths, their fame wasn't enough to save them or find the person responsible for their deaths. This video features the unsolved deaths of celebrities and includes some of the most notorious crimes in history. Most of these cases were closed after years of searching fruitlessly for suspects or substantial evidence with tips and leads coming to a dead end. However, some of them remain open, and even decades after their deaths, authorities are still attempting to identify what actually happened. For now, they remain a mystery. The 1960s sitcom star Bob Crane from Hogan's Heroes was discovered in his apartment in 1978 in Scottsdale, Arizona, after he had been bludgeoned to death in his bed with a camera tripod. The beating was so brutal that police could hardly recognize him. The main suspect, John Carpenter, was a friend of Crane's. The two of them spent a lot of time together going to strip clubs and geeking out on video equipment. However, there were no weapons or witnesses, making it difficult to make any formal accusations. The case was reopened in 1990 after an overlooked photo of human body tissue found in Carpenter's car resurfaced. Carpenter was arrested and tried, but the case was later acquitted after evidence was found inconclusive. Thelma Todd was an actress in the late 1920s and early 1930s. She owned a cafe that she ran on the Roosevelt Highway, now called the Pacific Coast Highway, where she lived in the above apartment with her boyfriend at the time, Roland West. She was found dead inside a garage behind the steering wheel of her car. At the time, some believed that she had accidentally took her own life while warming up her car when she got locked out of the house. Todd had no signs of struggle on her, though she did have a broken nose. Her blood alcohol level was too high to have allowed her to climb the steps to the garage, and her sandals were too clean if she had in fact climbed the stairs herself. A rumor spread that West confessed on his deathbed that he had unknowingly locked Todd in the garage. Todd's body was cremated, lending some to believe it was done to cover up her death by the corrupt district attorney's office. Others suggest that it could have been her ex-husband or gang leader, Charles "Lucky" Luciano, who might be responsible for her death, as she had confrontations with both of them shortly before she died. Peter Ivers was the host of the New Wave Theater when he was found dead in his bed in downtown LA in 1983. Evidence was later unearthed by the Los Angeles Police Department to reopen the investigation. Upon his death, dozens of friends went to Ivers's apartment to mourn him, though in doing so they accidentally tampered with the evidence. There are a number of theories about the cause of his death. Some say an unknown person took his life as the result of a robbery, but others speculate that one of the attendees of the New Wave Theater is responsible for his death. Little headway has been made in solving Ivers' case. 1920s actress Virginia Rapp was at a party at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco on Labor Day weekend, 1920, with silent film star Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle. Virginia Rappi died a few days after the party from peritonitis, caused by a ruptured bladder. Arbuckle was charged for the death of Rapp in 1921. Some believed he squashed her to death with his weight. Others believe he violated her with a foreign object, causing peritonitis. According to Arbuckle, he found Rapp in his hotel room vomiting when he had gone back there to change his clothes. He cleaned her up, put her to bed, and returned to the party, assuming she was just drunk. Other party members found her in his room later, ripping her clothes off. Hotel employees were called, and she got moved to another room to rest. Knowing other people were looking after Rapp, Arbuckle returned to LA the following day. 3 days later, when she showed no improvements, she was taken to a maternity hospital where she died the next day of peritonitis. After going through 3 trials and making headlines of the newspapers every day, Arbuckle was finally found not guilty. Additionally, the jury wrote an apology to him saying acquittal is not enough for Roscoe Arbuckle. We feel that a great injustice has been done him. We feel also that it was our only plain duty to give him this exoneration. There was not the slightest proof adduced to connect him in any way with the commission of a crime. He was manly throughout the case and told a straightforward story on the witness stand, which we all believed. The happening at the hotel was an unfortunate affair for Arbuckle, so the evidence shows he was in no way responsible. We wish him success and hope that the American people will take the judgment of 14 men and women who have sat listening for 31 days to the evidence that Roscoe Arbuckle is entirely innocent and free from all blame.